Right, folks, it's Thursday morning and I am taking the ginger child to college. Ain't I, Ginger?
Yep.
Yeah. And we're going into Loughborough and we've just gone, we're going down the Coates Roadway. Can't remember the name of this road. What's the name of this road, Ginger? Yeah, you have a look on that extra data I've bought you. And we're driving into Loughborough. We've just gone by the natural burial ground. And the traffic is absolutely ridiculous. Barrow Road. The traffic is absolutely ridiculous. I can see it coming from, obviously, down Barrow Road. There's massive queue back behind me. I can see it over to Coates Road. And no doubt coming down Nottingham Road into Loughborough, where all the roads meet and go into Loughborough past the brush. The traffic is a complete joke. Now, one of the reasons, well, there's quite a few of the reasons, to be fair. It's rush hour, which is understandable. There is like just one person in one car and things like that. And obviously then you've got stupid idiots taking their kids to school when they could be catching a bus. But that ain't the point. The point is here, right? Round here, round Quorn and Burton and Loughborough. You don't do that on a motorbike on a bend, do you?
I know who that is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you'll be going to his funeral if he keeps doing that.
I will not.
Well, you probably won't, but you'll be knowing about it. All the kids will be there crying, oh, he's such a great lad, I loved him, a really nice lad. Right, so I'll go through the factors of what's happening here. Round this area, the Loughborough area, all the villages around it, it is renowned for flooding, right? It's flooded since I was a child, before I was a child, and it'll continue after I've gone, no doubt, because the authorities will do absolutely bugger all addressing the situation of the floods. The floods are now happening because they are chucking houses up all over the place. Now, I'm not against these houses being built as such, but what is happening is they're throwing these houses up. These houses being thrown up in Quorn, in Rothley, in Barrow, in Sowerby, Burton. They're trying to throw a load up in Burton, and it's, you know, we need these kind of projects to keep people in work. We need builders, we need plumbers and electricians and plasterers and labourers and all that. I'm not stupid. I know we need it. But what happens is they throw these houses up, but they don't actually care about anything else. The council don't actually turn around and say, right, no, you're not having these houses thrown up, because you don't do absolutely anything else for the surrounding area. All you do is you build houses. We've had all through the country, this great country of England and Britain, floods in city centres, town centres, villages being wiped out, people worried about losing their houses because of these floods, because they're just throwing houses up all over the place and the water has nowhere to go. It's a complete joke. And then what they do is these housing development places, companies, they'll say, these are the houses that the village badly needs. Is it fuck? The villages don't need them houses badly, because they're building up these houses that are like £300,000 plus, where people like Ginge can't afford one of them. What the bloody hell's all that about? They're going to have to move out the village and then start again and then try to move back when they've built up enough money. They talk complete bollocks. Don't they, Ginge?
Yeah.
Ginge don't have a clue.
Yes, I do.
Do you, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Oh, she does. So, I just cannot honestly understand. And then what happens is they'll say, oh, it's only a 10-minute drive from Loughborough. You go to Quorn, it's only a 10-minute drive from Loughborough. You've got the schools, all the schools. And they say it's only this, and it's only... Is it bollocks only this? This is bloody 20 past 8. We've been sat in the van now since 8 o'clock. You come over the hill and you look, oh God, look at all them red lights, all them brake lights. You just can't believe it. The schools are absolutely bursting at the seams. Shut up, travel radio. I tell you, travel radio, we're stuck in the road on Barrow Road going into Loughborough and Coates Road and Nottingham Road, and we can't get in. Unbelievable. You see, they put these houses up and they don't care about the doctors. The doctors are saying, oh, the doctors, you go down the doctors and you have to wait. By the time I see the doctor, I'm better. They say because time's a great healer. You're right, it's a great healer because you've got no bloody choice in waiting like 3 weeks till you see the doctor. So if we are going to have these houses, let's stop overcrowding villages. I think, to be honest, I think you would actually be better off just saying, buying a field in the middle of nowhere and just starting to build a new little village instead of just making add-ons to the little villages that were. These villages now are more like a town. They're ridiculously massive, and I cannot honestly see how any company can say this is good for the village. It is absolutely ridiculous. These brown fields here, just chuck it on that. Oh, I can see the queues now down there, Ginge. Look, there's a bus.
Oh.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But there again, you see, when you're in your car or your van, buses and that don't run to when you need to go to work. I couldn't get a bus to Melton at 6 in the morning that would, for 6 in the morning. It's just impractical. They're all banging on. I mean, Boris Johnson were there going on about these buses and stuff. Nobody works to those hours. And they're all going, well, work from home. All right, bring the lorries over to my house, bring the forklift over here, make the production, and I'll load it from my house. You all talk bollocks with all this stuff. You just don't live in the real world. It's an absolute joke on how, these... What are you laughing at?
Why going on?
Because I'm sat in the van and I'm bored. You're no use. All you do is keep picking your phone up and send.
Oh.
Stuck in the van with me moaning dad.
No, not it. I did not just fall.
No, you didn't. Until you're wiping your feet all over my dashboard again, ain't you?
In your cup holder.
Yeah, well, it don't go in there, does it? A bottle goes in there, not your bloody foot.
And rubbish, apparently.
Unbelievable. So there it is, folks. We're sat in here. We've had 25 past 8. I've told her to phone the school up. I'll say, phone college up, tell them you're going to be late. Oh, I ain't doing that.
I will late.
Well, why not do it now before all the lines get busy? Why do kids not do anything until the last minute? This is what's happening with the world. They just don't care. They just don't do anything. They just phone them up now and tell them that you're going to be late before the lines are there, engaged. And then I get an email saying that you've been late.
It's fine, I promise.
It ain't fine, is it?
Promised.
Unbelievable. She just walked the dogs. Anybody else think this? Does anybody else have to sit in traffic because the development around their area has got that stupid, and all the council people do is just think, oh, money, 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 more money, 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 that they can just buy tea and biscuits and do stupid renovations on the council office so they can have a nice big desk and a big computer. And then they have these stupid meetings. You can actually go online now and watch these council meetings. I have never seen such a bunch of numpties in my life. They are absolutely clueless. He's just gone that way on that bike.
That's it?
Yeah, because she was stuck behind him when she weren't overtaking him, was she? She wouldn't go by him and all the traffic building up behind her. You can go online and you can watch them do these stupid council meetings where they just sit there and like, oh, I'm very important and I'm right, blah, blah, blah. And back in 1962 when we had this, they're not in 1962 now.
Why didn't you join the council?
Why don't I try for council? Because I tell you what, I won't last 2 minutes. If I didn't last 2 minutes, that lot won't last 2 minutes. They'd absolutely shit themselves when I started on them. That they would. They're all just sit there, they're all just making out for themselves. They don't care. None of them have actually really done a proper job. None of them have actually really gone to work. They all just think they're bloody higher class than we are, but they're not. Councillors are they're just like part-time politicians. They want to do the job, but they don't want to do the job. They just sit there making stupid decisions, and then when they'll say, oh, right, well, somebody wants to bang up 135 houses, and they'll say, right, well, we better object to it first, because then that way, when the elections come round for local elections, we can actually turn around. Well, we did try to stop it, but we didn't have the power because we was over. bollocks. You just didn't want to do it, because I tell you why, because you got probably something that you've probably got a mate on the building company who's helped you out somewhere, who's put an extension up or put a new kitchen in for you, put a new kitchen in for your wife to keep her happy so you can get a shag out of it. It's just unbelievable the amount of corruption and bloody stupid people in this world who are just causing this mess now. Laters.